My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love and welcome to the weekly Karmic Update, guys. Okay, so before I begin, such a weird thing. This song, Unpretty by, what is it? TLC. It's TLC. Oh God, was it? I mean, guys, you know which one I'm talking about. With Left Eye Lopez and all the rest, right? It's like playing like a recorder in my head since like late last night. I came out of a dream and it was playing. I was like, what the hell is this all about? So I'm thinking that a lot of DFs are circling through self-esteem and self-worth issues. So I was thinking about that, and then I was trying to, see how it was relevant to me and work through those particular issues when I woke up this morning, blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, hey, it's Wednesday. It's usually the day of the Karmic Update. So that's also there because this is unpretty, right? But it also tells us, remember the karmic relationship. It's a very important connection. And that's because not only is it refining your person, and not only is it transmuting karma, but it is also teaching you about yourself, right? It's pushing you into greater self-love and not accepting breadcrumbs from others. And it's teaching you how to love yourself completely. And it's teaching you how not to do relationships and how, what can happen when you don't love yourself, when you're codependent, right? So I think that's the relevance of this too, because this unpretty stuff that we're seeing here, it's all because people in this connection do feel unpretty. They're settling for less than they deserve. And one of the lessons that we are learning on this journey, whether it's higher soulmate journey, twin flame journey, and even in the karmic relationship, these are the lessons that are being taught. Okay, so it's something that we really need to internalize and really focus on. That is the danger of not loving yourself completely, and that feeling of being unpretty when it's so far from the truth. All right. So anyway, guys, just thought I'll share that with you before we get into this connection. So we're going to go into the Heart of the Fairies Oracle deck. And let's see. Let's get some significators for the main players here. Because, life is a stage. Shakespeare said it. All right. So significator for your person or your DM. Whether it's a male or female, it's masculine energy. And we have the shadow of the past. So they're cycling through a lot of past issues. I think just like you as well. And I think it's very much connected to what I just spoke about. Self-esteem issues, issues from your childhood, issues from relationships. Because there are two people. At first glance, it looks like one person, right? But there are two people here. So your person is looking at self, right? But they're also looking at themselves in relation to other relationships in their life. Okay, you see the woman here? I love how these cards are so beautifully crafted. So there's a woman here and a guy here. So they're looking at themselves, and they're looking at themselves in relation to their relationship. Yes, in relation to their relationships. And there are actually four people in this picture because there is another woman here. Okay, so there's these two main characters. This is the Empress up here. This is your person. And look, the Karmic is down there. Trying to get some wisdom. Not too happy. Anywho. So I think there's a lot of past life issues that you guys might be cycling through. I'm getting a lot of, as I said, things from the past. And this is causing major transformative energy. Okay, we have a card number 58, and 58 reads to 13. And 13 is, of course, the energy of transformation, right? I'm going to pull extra cards on it, but this is what I'm getting. Past life issues, issues from the past, circling through shadow self. That's what your DM is doing right now. Whoop. And the Karmic, of course, fell on the ground. Having a tall moment there, falling from grace. is in the Smith's energy. What's that about? Well, that's a blacksmith, right? And look at what they're trying to make here. They're trying to make intuition or wisdom. You see the moon on the anvil? What the hell is this about? How can he try to make intuition? And it's the card number 4. 4 is about the Emperor. Emperor is about control and law and order. So they're trying to use their intuitive gifts to control. Oh-ho. They're trying to make something happen with their intuitive gifts. All right, so people watching this, you know you're going to protect yourself. You pray, grounding, and meditation, because they are hard at work. They're using their intuitive gifts to control something, to maintain some sort of foundation. 4s is also like a 4 of Pentacles, wanting to hold on to something. 4 of Swords, wanting to heal something. 4 is a 4 of Cups, not knowing their life purpose, bored as F. What did I miss out? And 4 is a 4 of Wands, so there's some kind of status quo, some kind of stability. They're trying to maintain through the use of intuitive gifts. Interesting. The moon is also about the shadow self, so they could be in their shadow aspect as well. And again, trying to do the same things, trying to mend a relationship, trying to hold on to a particular status quo, being bored but still wanting to hold on to some kind of stability that they have. Interesting, guys. All right, so let me pull a couple cards on these, and let's see where this leads us. Let's see what rabbit hole it takes us down today. Let's give one shuffle to this clarifying deck. Let's see what the hell this is about. All right. So Spirit, tell us about the shadows. The shadow. It's not even S. The shadow of the past. So this is one particular inner demon that DM is looking at. What's that about? Spirit, could you give us 3 cards and clarify? We have the Sun. So this is about standing in your power. It's also about being happy. That's Leo energy here. We have the 5 of Wands reverse. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. So lots of fire. And we have the Queen of Cups. Now in my readings, all upright court cards are divine energies, and all reverse court cards are karmic energies. So this is what I'm thinking about. Dem is thinking about the past and how they acted in their shadow aspect with regard to you, reader, or the DF, whoever's the DF, right? Why am I saying reader? Yes, because you are a reader too, because you're getting your own message, right? That's why I tell you guys what the cards mean. Okay? You're getting your own message, right? So they're looking at how they operated in the shadow in the past with regard to you, DF. Because they're now recognizing that you are the Empress. You're right on top here. You're head and shoulders above the rest. You're above him even. That's how he sees you, out of reach. He has you on a pedestal. And by he, as I said, I mean masculine energy. He has you on a pedestal here, right? So he's recognizing that you are this intuitive being. You're very loving, very giving. He's finally seeing that. He's seeing this, you guys can be happy together. And he wants to stand in his power and level up. Right? And he wants to squash any kind of conflict between you guys. So his mind is not really on the karmic right now. Okay? The karmic's mind is on him, but his mind is not really on the karmic right now. His mind is on how can he squash the conflict between him and DF, even if it means being friends. Even if it means just being friends. So he's thinking about everything that happened in the past between you guys. Okay? And he's seen how he settled for something like this when he could have had that. That's what I'm getting here. And this is what's bringing him through a lot of transformative energy here. Okay? And let's see the karmic with the Smith. Let's see what they're working on here. God. Let's get 3 cards as well. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. So that's a message that they don't like. So it looks like they received some kind of message that they didn't like. Okay? That's about immature communication, quarrel, and bickering. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. No, not in reverse, sorry. Upright, sorry. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So this all makes sense. And including the whole unpretty message this morning. This, because this is all about codependency. So even though the karmic may have received, maybe even intuitively, a message that they didn't like, or there's a lot of quarreling, there's a lot of bickering, they're still willing to collaborate and continue to work on this partnership because they're heavily codependent. They're bored, right? We saw that. They're bored because the Four of Cups is there with the fours, right? They're bored, but at the same time, they need each other. They need DM, or DM may need the karmic. They're both codependent, quite frankly. Need each other for the emotional, mental, and definitely physical survival, because the Three of Pentacles talks about the material world. So they're willing to do anything to keep this together. And it looks like what they're going to use now is their intuitive gifts, okay? Or maybe somebody else's intuitive gifts. So you're going to continue to protect your connection, and you're going to continue to protect yourself, okay? Now, let's have a look at the emotions in this karmic connection here. What are the emotions in the karmic connection? Not necessarily related to each other. We're just going to look at how each person is feeling. Oh my gosh. Somebody's anxious and somebody's greedy. I wonder who. All right, so anywho. So DM, how is he feeling? So we have purposeless. We have vengeful. So something has happened here. DM is out for revenge. We have purposeless, vengeful, and we have lust. Now this came out last week as well, and we talked about we talked about him looking at the past. So we have the same message here today. Him looking at the past and realizing how he sabotaged himself with his sexcapades. And yes, it's a real word as far as I'm concerned. Right, so the karmic, lazy. This came out exactly in the same position last week as well. So not want to put in the effort. We have foolish. I think this came out as well. And we have motivated. Yeah, because that person working real hard there. All right, so let's see what this is all about here. I wonder if it's the same message from last week. All right. Why is DM feeling purposeless? You see, he doesn't see what is the purpose of this relationship anymore. Because he's ready to release toxicity. He's ready to release any kind of devil energy. He's ready to release codependency. So he's like, why am I here? We are also asking the same question, by the way. So we're mirroring each other in that aspect. Anyway, so he's ready to walk away from whatever devil energy may be in his life. And maybe it could be this, okay? Or maybe even this vengeful energy that we're seeing here. Because these are pretty low vibe, okay? He's recognizing that he misjudged this whole situation with the karmic. I think he really thought that the karmic was the one. We got that message last week. So it's like a repeat of the same message from last week, okay? Yeah, and he's recognizing as well, now that he's cycling through the ghosts of the past, right, that this relationship is hinged heavily on abandonment issues and any kind of toxicity and codependency. So he's recognizing that now, right? So he's realizing how much he misjudged the situation, how much he misjudged DF, and how much he misjudged the karmic. So he's wondering, why am I here? Why am I here? What's this vengeful energy? Okay. Yes, so it's related to the karmic. Let's see what happened. We have the world in reverse. Okay, yeah, he's realizing that the karmic is never going to change. Whatever betrayals have happened in this relationship, he thought at some point they would move past it. But he's realizing it's never going to change. Never going to change. Let's see lust. What's this about? We have the Eight of Swords. And it's like the exact same message from last week. He's realizing that he has to free himself from this energy. Because what he's been doing is just sabotaging himself all the time. Whilst he's been focused on lust, and this is not just with the karmic, this is throughout his whole history. And maybe it may even be an ancestral pattern. Okay? He's realizing that he has to free himself from this because this is not taking him anywhere. It's purposeless. So these are the things that he's cycling through right now. And it looks like he's been doing it since last week because this is basically the same message that we got. Karmic is feeling lazy. Let me see what's happening here. Yeah. No longer want to put in the effort because Karmic doesn't have DM's undivided attention. She's recognizing that now. He's very distracted. Okay, and she's feeling very foolish. I'm saying she, but you know, it's a feminine energy, right? So we have that foolish card here again. Feeling very foolish. Let's find out why. I think she realizes the truth. Because DM identified you as the Queen of Cups. And she's identifying DM as the King of Cups. She's realizing that you guys are counterparts. So feeling pretty foolish and doesn't know why she's putting in the effort in this relationship. Let's see what is she motivated to do. Bring balance back into her life. We have Temperance here. Balance things out. Now this could be taking matters into her own hands and extracting her own kind of justice, okay? What else is she motivated to do? Party, drink her sorrows away. That's no weird ass message here. Like a threesome message. Like wanting to eat. Oh, like they're telling me like temperance means even the playing field. Even the playing field with a third party. Shit. So it looks like for some karmics, they might be motivated to extract their own kind of revenge because they're realizing that DM is in love with someone else. And they want to even the playing field because temperance is about balancing the scales as well, right? They want to even the playing field with a third party. What a mad ass message there. Yeah, because there's no passion in this anymore. There's no passion in this connection. They want to find their happiness again. And it looks like they're looking to find that happiness with someone else, if they've not found it already. So what we're going to do now, we're going to have a look at what's happening in this connection. 1 second, let me get a Kipper cards. Let's see what's happening. Let's get 3 cards. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. All right. So we have occupation. So people are hard at work in this relationship. I think there's a heavy focus on finances right now and a heavy focus on any kind of investments they may have made together. And this is a pretty consistent message that's been coming out for the whole of this year, that there's some sort of financial imperative that keeps them bonded together. Okay, they have to cooperate with each other because there's something that is going to collapse financially. Okay, so we have that again. Because this is a card number 7, 34 reduced to 7. And then it's like, this is like 3D stuff. So this is like the 7 of Pentacles, right? So they're working hard and paying particular attention to their investments. We have here, and this keeps coming out, the Lovers, a choice. But this Lovers card is card number 15, which is the devil, right? So this is a toxic relationship. And we have Spirit here. We have 2 doves. So Spirit could be working with the karmic and with DM as well to, you know, let them know that this is a toxic relationship and they should make a choice. But I don't know what's happening. I have to clarify. And then we also have journey. So something is slowly ending here. It's like the train is slowly pulling out of the station, and 10 reduces to 1. So we have an ending so that something else can begin. So let me clarify these cards for you guys, and let's see what the message is. Now, oh, yeah. So let's see. What's his occupation? Spirit, tell us what's happening here. Okay. And the Seven of Pentacles, as I said, is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so they're working hard, looking at their investment. Both of them assessing the time, money, and energy that they've put into this connection. Okay, especially this karmic, right? I think they're feeling very put out and very foolish because they're realizing that they invested in a kind of sinking ship, right? Yeah, I think there's a lot of tension and a lot of drama. There could be a lot of people involved here. I just heard money lenders. That's so weird, right? And not the good kind of money lenders like the bank. Okay, so oh, I just heard somebody has a gambling issue. All right, they've been investing their money in the wrong places. That's what I just heard. But there's a lot of drama here, a lot of people involved, a lot of tension, a lot of anxiety. Let's see the Lovers card. What's that about? Okay, so these people are definitely in some kind of committed relationship. But Spirit is letting us know that they're here to learn a particular lesson. And that's why I started off with the karmic relationship is very important. I know it pisses some people off, but trust me, they are being refined by Spirit through this connection. All right, so they're definitely in some kind of, they have a soul contract together, definitely, right? And they definitely require each other at this point in time. For some kind of financial stability here. I am getting that somebody here wants to make a choice, and it could be both of them, want to make a choice and have a fresh start, a new beginning, a new 3D beginning, but I'm getting it's just not possible at this point in time. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, you see? 8 of Wands in reverse. Both people feel stuck here, and that's because they really need each other right now. That's what they're telling themselves anyway, for the financial stability of this relationship, or maybe even this family. Okay, let's see that journey card. Yeah, okay, so I think there's and the end is nigh in terms of the end of codependency here. Okay, because people are recognizing, what did they just say? Sorry, it's the end. Oh, they're saying it's the end of the line. The end of the line. It's the end of the line, because they're recognizing just how toxic this whole thing is. Both of them. It's the end of the line, and somebody wants to end something in order to have this new beginning with this Empress here. And of course the Empress is UDF. Okay, so let's see what is DM's mental energy where the karmic is concerned. Gosh, just can't seem to come together. All right, so headspace regarding the karmic. DM's headspace. Right, we have the Page of Wands in reverse. So there's no passion here. I don't think they're even communicating effectively, but there may be children here, and it looks like there's definitely a soul contract. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's get 3 cards. DM's mental energy for the karmic. All right, so we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. We have the 7 of Cups in reverse. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. And we have the Hermit in reverse. Okay, so DM feels very alone and very much on his own journey. And I think this is something purposeful. I don't think that the karmic is shutting him out. I'm thinking that he is taking time to really explore himself and really get the enlightenment that he seeks right now. Okay, so we have the Hermit here. So some of you guys dealing with a Virgo. I think he's gotten enough enlightenment to know that this karmic is one, a pathological liar, okay, and deliberately may have shrouded the truth when they first began the relationship. That's what I'm getting, because you know, Ace of Swords talks about beginnings. So even from the very inception of this relationship, it looks like it was shrouded in illusion and in fantasy, okay, and he just could not see his way because there was so many clouds blocking. But now that he's taken that time out to really explore himself and to really look at his path, he's seeing absolutely everything clearly, okay, and he's realizing that he was hoodwinked. But you know, this is karma. This is karma, right? So let's pull a couple cards. Okay, yeah, he's realizing, you know what, he's tired of all the juggling. He's tired of all the up and downs. 1 minute they're good, next minute they're quarreling, make up to break up. He's tired of it all, okay, and he just wants some stability in his life. So he's just waiting patiently until he can make the move, because there's just too much tension and quarreling in this relationship right now. He's no longer confused. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. No longer confused about this relationship, and no longer confused about himself. He's putting in the effort and working really hard in the material world, because remember, this DM that we've been tapping into thinks that the material world is how he's going to get his get out of jail free card. Okay? Because what he's really bogged down with now, and what really holds him to this karmic relationship, is his sense of duty, right? You may think that your DM is so inconsistent, but they're quite consistent when they make up their mind to take on a particular responsibility, and it looks like they made up their mind to take on this particular responsibility, right? It stroked their ego in some particular way, right? And now they're stuck there, so there's a sense of responsibility that they feel. Yeah, he's recognizing that in this connection, nothing is balanced, and he's also recognizing that this karmic also is not balanced emotionally, mentally, and it's definitely not a financially viable relationship. And that's why I think he's working so hard. As I said, he's thinking, you know what, if I can sort this out financially and leave everybody in good standing, right, he will feel less guilty about leaving. All right, guys, so this is where they are at. If this is resonating with your person's energy and you think this is your person, join me in the extended. I'm going to look at the heart space energy for the karmic. I'm going to look at the karmic's heart space energy for the M. I'm going to look at what the karmic thinks about you, person that is watching. I'm going to look at what the karmic is hiding. I'm going to look at if DM has told the karmic anything about you. And I'm going to look at what we can expect from this connection in a month's time. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your support, putting up with me whilst I'm on vacation. Okay, it's just been incredible. Thank you so much. Thank you for your likes, share, subscribes, and of course, if you can go a step further and interact with any of the ads that you may see in this reading, that's beautiful energy exchange for me. And any reader that you watch, when you see ads pop up, I mean, you can watch the reading and then come back and click on those ads, because it really helps them. All right, guys, take care. Bye.